we're going to go straight into the first point that we want to talk about, which is cholesterol and its importance. First thing we're going to ask is, what is cholesterol? We don't want to take it for granted that everybody is aware of what cholesterol is. But yeah, what is cholesterol when we say cholesterol?
Okay, so it is a specific type of fat that is produced by the liver.
Right.
Simply put.
Simply put, cholesterol is a fat, a waxy substance that is in the body produced by our own body. So that's probably going to be news to some people, because whenever we talk about cholesterol, people think that, hey, if cholesterol is good, I mean, if your body is producing cholesterol, then why should we be concerned about cholesterol? But yes, newsflash, cholesterol is made by our own bodies. Of course, we can get external sources, but the basic premise of cholesterol, understanding about cholesterol, is that we ourselves, we need cholesterol. And because we need it, we make cholesterol, apart from the fact that we eat cholesterol. So that is what cholesterol is.
Yeah, so like you're saying, the body produces most of the cholesterol that we need. And we also get it from some foods, like we can get cholesterol from eggs and from like fatty meats and all the good stuff out there. So sometimes we don't even need the external sources, like the other things being added on, because our body produces it.
So don't be an enemy of cholesterol from today up. Be a cholesterol's friend. All right. So now with that out of the way, then let's move on straight to, I think, what next we want to talk about. What are the importance? Just briefly, if our body makes it, then I think that we have to probably have use for it, right? And so what are some of the importance of cholesterol? Briefly, again, cholesterol, let me just start.
Yeah.
Cholesterol is a component of our cells. It's a major component in our cell membranes. So basically our cells, every cell has a boundary, or if I should say a wall. We refer to wall when we talk about plant cells, but I'm using this as an analogy. So every cell, if you have a home, you have a boundary line, you have your wall around your house, right? That makes your unique place of dwelling yours. And then another neighbor will also be following. So the boundary between one neighbor and the other neighbor is your wall. And when it comes to human beings or animals, for that matter, our boundaries are our cell membranes. In plants, it's a cell wall. And the component that keeps this boundary very good, able to allow certain things to come in and out, your gates for, entry and exit and all that. That boundary is what we call the cell membrane. And that boundary is made, for the most part, by cholesterol. So that is why cholesterol is very important. That's why we make it. So if we are going to make new cells, then we're going to need cholesterol in some sort.
Yeah. So in other words, if we need this cells to function very well, it's likely that we need this cholesterol, which will make the cell really act properly and function well. So we cannot just, sometimes you hear the word cholesterol and you're like, oh my God, what's my level? It's too high. Like we talk about knowing your numbers, right? So like you hear cholesterol and you're all worried. Today we are really unveiling what cholesterol is. So we need that cholesterol in order for our cell membranes to work properly and function very well. Another important thing about cholesterol is it's also synthesized hormones. So we have the testosterone, we have the estrogen, we have the cortisol. All that is something that our body needs to function, and cholesterol help in forming such hormones in our bodies.
My goodness, that's important. So if you don't have cholesterol, and you are a woman, you will be lacking estrogen if you don't have enough cholesterol. In the same way, if you don't have enough cholesterol and you're a guy, you'll be lacking your own masculine hormones too. And any other hormone that you can think of. Cholesterol forms the basic unit, the basic component of most of these chemicals in our body, especially the transport chemicals or signaling chemicals, I should say. And so you need cholesterol. And then once you have the cholesterol, the body will change it to a hormone when you need those hormones made. So cell membranes and then also signaling chemicals like hormones. So that's very important stuff about cholesterol. So don't be always against cholesterol from today until we hit the bad part of cholesterol, right? All right. So I think with that, we can go on to the next one, right? So what is the next thing on our outline? So we are talking about types of cholesterol now. Types of cholesterol. And we start. The first one is what we all know as bad cholesterol. Everybody has heard about bad cholesterol. It's got a bad name. But yes, it is other LDL. Come on, man. That is bad cholesterol. And there's another kind.
Yeah, so can you explain what the LDL stands for?
Okay, so LDL is low density lipoprotein.
Protein.
Low density lipoprotein. So lipoproteins carry the cholesterols themselves, and LDL is low dense. So if you have a lot of LDLs, you have a lot of cholesterol attached to that lipoprotein, and it is the bad one because there's a lot of them.
Okay.
And
we also have the HDL,
the HDL,
the high density lipoprotein. The HDL is the good cholesterol, like we said earlier. And I think these are the sources of some of them that we can get from the foods that we can get this HDL from. And I think the caveat here is the L, which is the bad cholesterol. The low is supposed to be lower numbers in your system.
My goodness, that's
right.
significant.
And the H, which is the high HDL, the H should be higher. So the numbers, if you are looking at your numbers, if you see that you have a high cholesterol with the HDL, that is a good thing. And
if you have high HDL,
okay. High cholesterol, HDL specifically.
High HDL cholesterol.
Right. That is the good cholesterol. That is something that is encouraged, that you should keep your HDL high. And the L, which is the low LDL, is the one that you want to keep it low. So the H and the L should give you a clue which one is supposed to be high and which one is supposed to be low.
And she's giving us a trick to remember. HDL, it means that you need high amount of dose to have a good cholesterol, right? The other form of fatty substance, we call that triglycerides. And those together with your cholesterol levels, with your HDL and LDL, and of course your total cholesterol, will dictate or will tell whether or not you have good heart health or your cardiovascular health is on point. So all three things are important predictors of your heart health. It's beloved, we wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers.